Hey, Chris Liepe here. I am fresh off of my first experience with chalk outlines, REN and Chinchilla. What an incredible video, incredible song, incredible emotional experience. And you, my wonderful YouTube community, have done a great job of helping me learn about REN's story and where he's at. And as someone who has struggled with an autoimmune disease, his journey hits hard, and his music has started to stick with me in an even greater way. So thank you for helping me discover this music. Thank you, REN, for watching my videos. And man, I look forward to getting into the tale of Jenny and Screech. This is the full 3-part video. The 2 videos I've done so far, High REN and Chalk Outlines, have been so incredibly different in their own amazing ways. I'm excited to see what this video holds. If you keep up with my channel, you know that this is first and foremost a singing channel. I get to teach people how to sing primarily through the inspiration of artists that I discover and come to love. If you'd like more help with your own voice and getting started on your own vocal journey, click the link below and join my free voice course. You can't fully appreciate and learn from your favorite singers, make their art and inspiration part of your art, if you don't have the foundations down with your own singing. I help you get those sort of out of the way so that you can emotionally engage truly with your own voice. All right, let's dive in. Part 1. It's a trumpet. It's a head voice trumpet, but it also sounds a bit like a haphazard lip trill warm-up. That's great.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet. She was heading back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before. She wanted to escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul.
Ooh, some fun things to cover, so we're going to go back just a little bit. The first, I'll point out when it comes around again, is how he inserted percussion into this line without consonants. So he broke the vowels up and created this really playful, Jason Mraz does this sometimes too, where you're you're using onsets to create a rhythmic motion out of a line that would otherwise be very legato. And then, just like in Chalk Outlines, just like he did that a lot, he's doing this where he starts in chest voice and then trails off in vibrato and accesses his head voice. This is very Jeff Buckley-ish, very, very neat sound. I love the cough, and then it's there. They didn't redo it because he coughed.
Somewhere in London City.
Somewhere in the city, somewhere in the city. I mean, there's consonants in there, but where. That's hard to do, and it's hard to do as subtly as he's doing it. When I'm doing it, granted, I haven't practiced this line, but it's almost too broken. But try that with your own voice and see what kind of See what kind of interesting rhythms you can come up with. He's singing somewhere, but it's broken up into multiple more syllables and multiple percussive elements. Somewhere.
Jenny walked alone, she was dragging her feet, she was heading.
There's a drag on her feet, not dragging her feet, dragging her feet. Whew.
Back home to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, because she walked it about 1,000 times before she wanted.
I love that kind of thing. She walked it, he turns around, and then he starts talking. It's not about just hitting a melody. This is a conversation. This is a story. He's telling stories, obviously.
To escape. Can you blame? Well, on the very same night, in a different place, there walked this hooded young youth by the name of James. He was 14 years old and out of his brain. He'd been smoking ganja with the boys. James, he grew up to be a kid of the street. His mates called him Screech. He was quick on his feet. He was a liar, a thief. At 14 years old, the devil had set his sights on his soul. As Jenny walked home all alone, she felt scared. Usually she was alright, but it was like there was something in the air. A divine intervention telling her to beware, maybe intuition bugging her and making her so scared. Sirens sounded in the distance to the beat of Jenny's feet. A symphony of the night that echoes crime on London streets. Jenny turns a corner, their eyes they meet. Up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech. Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it. Bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like
we saw it in High Ren. We're seeing it again here. This idea that he embodies different characters as he's telling these stories. He's not just narrating. He's becoming these characters that he's telling about. You can see his countenance change on his face. The way he spoke through that last section, he was using slightly different voices, different timbres, different tones, different levels of aggression. He's arcing these characters not only as a storyteller, but as a vocalist. And this way of performing is way more compelling than just being in it to deliver a melody. He is a musical actor, a musical storyteller.
Eyes they meet, up or go Jenny, a boy named Screech.
See?
Give me all your money, bitch, give it to me. If you cooperate, then you'll soon be free. I want your purse, your phone, don't fucking look at me. I mean it, bitch, are you listening to me? Jenny freezes statue like a lady shakes stalactite. Feel like liquid nitrogen in the dark.
Now the distortion he's getting out of his voice on those expressions, he's not trying to do. He's just letting his voice, I mean it! He's just letting his voice go. And incidentally, it is distorting. Now, if he were to get in and try to sing and sustain with those, if we were to take, I mean it! If you were to do something like that and really try to hold notes, having a mind for specific technique would be more helpful. But when you're just incidentally talking and things come out in your voice and you crack a little bit and you get some grit, you don't need to necessarily have this laser focus on, I better not ruin my voice. Because you're not holding things. You're not trying to combine singing with these other sounds. This is why a lot of times I recommend trying to find those sounds that you want to incorporate into singing by simply abandoning into your speech voice. He already does this.
She tried to find strength to move, but stayed as still as a statue in high-heeled shoes. What the hell you playing at? You playing games with me? I swear to fucking God, I'll slice the rosy off your cheeks. You think I don't mean it, girl? You don't know me. The last thing you see will be a boy code. Screech reached with the sheath of the blade, with the teeth that could bite through steel and slice concrete, and he swung possessed with the devil in his chest, and the statue she was turned to butter in her breath.
Whoa. I love the different rhythmic journeys he takes us on in the midst of the story. But the fact that this is all live, that this is clearly one take, that nothing is dubbed or comped or anything, it makes it all that more impressive and enjoyable.
It was a quiet, dark night in an empty street somewhere in London City. Jenny lay still on the cold concrete. She's found somewhere to sleep. Well, she knew this town, she knew this floor, 'cause she'd walked it about 1,000 times before. I guess that she escaped. It's such a shame.
Ooh, gotta hear that again. There's an even better example of what I was talking about. Shame. Shame.
She escaped. It's such a shame.
Also, how he did the whole head voice thing again. Such a shame. Beautiful. Combining those two techniques together. So much soul. Almost some crooner in there. Wow. Part 2. Oh, I love this. So he left us with Jenny on the cold, hard concrete floor. We pick up here, Screech.
Our story, it starts right at the end. At the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow.
I love how he did a recap. That's pretty awesome. Also, listen to how he distorts his voice. Having just heard what I said about his speech level distortion, now he's distorting a note. Listen carefully.
To the end, at the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go?
There's some recording distortion in there, but where did he go? Do you notice how he opened his mouth and crowed that note? It wasn't where did he go? Of course, I'm exaggerating that a little bit, but he's getting this distortion by throwing his resonance back. Where? No, not forward and belty. Quack. Where did he go? Some really neat things you can do when you experiment with placing your voice either forward or back. And if you want to unlock some natural, good-feeling distortion, that's a great place to start.
He melted into the black night just like snow.
Fun melody. Like snow. It's fun just to put some of those little mini melodies in your voice and play with them as playfully as REN is playing with them. You're not trying to sound like REN. You're not trying to imitate him. You're gathering inspiration from him and seeing what happens in your own voice as you play. Snow. Can you embody the character of... I don't know, this probably completely inaccurate character of Screech. Snow.
Patrick, man. Let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up Patrick, really fucked up, man. I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick. Come on, man, I can't knock no more.
Panicked Screech. This is the character. The character is in his voice and his words.
But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But
here's the narrator.
There's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey, babe, you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a...
Okay, I'll back it up here in just a second. Notice the phone call. Of course, it seems completely incidental and random, but he even speaks rhythmically through that conversation on the phone. That's subtle.
That does away. Hey, babe, you in? Nah, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired, listen. Can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night.
Character
a
change.
Shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Nice. Oh, what a brilliant use of simplicity. The guitar becomes the gun. As he strums the guitar, the camera shakes as though the camera operator's being hit, and then he falls. It's genius.
Story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny.
And he's singing to the fallen camera, or singing to Screech, who is laying there dying.
Lying 1 street apart, an officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Fantastic agility. Shame. I have found when I'm trying to pull runs from singers that if I try to do the exact notes right off the bat, I tense up a lot. So it's actually better for me to listen to a run like this once, not go back and listen to it again, and just off the cuff muse on what I just heard, react to it with my voice. What I just did there was not the same, and that's good, but it unlocked something a little bit different than I would have done had I not just been listening to REN. So I think that's actually a really good way of listening and drawing from vocalists in general, but especially with the really technical stuff, like doing a run, for example. right, we gotta back up and listen to that wonderful head voice, chest voice blend there. Listen carefully to this section again, because he's not all in head voice. He's not singing that high for his range. And so there are these times where you can listen to these notes and he's blending his chest resonance with his head resonance in a very seamless way. You can tell on some of these lower notes, if he was, oh, they would have this sort of flimsy sound to them. If he was going down and trying to maintain full head voice resonance. Oh, that whoo. The way he articulates between those pitches is pretty beautiful. Right. Ooh, chest voice. Ooh, instead of ooh. It's different. And he's blending masterfully. It's well supported, even though it's quiet and eerie and subdued. I like how he sighed into that, you-hoo. Put a little H there, broke it up a little bit instead of ooh, ooh. Really cool. Those note choices are just awesome. Ooh, eerie. There it is again.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the...
Okay, I'll back it up here, but we've got to take note of his face. Watch his face again here and how it influences his tone.
London City.
Even there. London City. London City.
Far from pretty. 2005. A lady down in Paddington.
Oh, that lady down in Paddington. Lady down in. There's this resonant thing happening because he's widening and he has this sort of crazed look in his eye. Lady down, you couldn't get just by lady down in Paddington. You hear him darken as his face gets more somber and worried. His face sounds certain ways. Great vocalists have this about themselves, where it's not that their face is all pained because they're having to try to hit certain notes. It's that their face is guiding the expression of their voice. Very key to understand, because you see a lot of singers make faces when they're trying to reach for something or whatever. That is your voice enslaving your face, which doesn't work so well. But here, the face is bringing out what the voice is doing, and the voice is being inspired by the emotions expressed in the face. This is a tough connection to hone and develop as a vocalist. But if you have the right perspective, you can do it, and Ren is doing it.
Fighting just to stay alive.
Right there. Fighting just to stay alive.
Beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep. She's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Time for Violet's tale. Ooh. Okay, I just have to say one more thing, and then I'll let it play for a while. Watching these videos and engaging with these performances and realizing that they're live and uncut, it's not only extremely refreshing, but it is also a huge call, I think, to every musician. Practice. Practice your instrument. Practice your singing. Don't rely on computer technology to, step and put things in or speed things up or slow things down or make you perfect. Practice. It's the only way you're going to be able to connect musicality with true expression. I'm not saying I don't enjoy the Lo-Fi Girl channel on Apple Music, or that, I don't enjoy, sequenced drums or stuff like that. But there's a certain connection and emotional oneness you feel with a performer when they are doing it all at once, and it's not being jerked around by technology.
Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16.
Listen to that. Violet was a silent... How that really bouncy vibrato.
But never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16.
It almost creates this pitch variance. He's almost going flat or sharp, or I'm not sure exactly. I have to listen to it a few more times. But it's backing off. Violet was a silent girl. Different than his head voice thing. It's just, he's backing way off in intensity and support there. And it creates this sort of sly, subtle sound instead of this obvious sound. Huge difference.
A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a little prick. I mean, the way his resonance moves around as a result of him being fully invested in his characters, yes, that is the way to sing. Tesco stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet, she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie, but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue and dark. She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
Love that head voice section there. Ooh, that was fun.
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full...
What an incredible 3-act play.
On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the...
How he incorporates, with the gun and then this being a sound that he's describing in the context of the song. Talk about the fundamentals of great storytelling coming out here, right? I mean, there's the foreshadowing and exposition. I don't even know if I'm using those words right. This kind of thing explains why I enjoy movies like Back to the Future so much. How there's so many things that tell the story before the story is told, and there are things that reinforce the story being told after it's been told. And he's doing that in an obvious and playful way, and that's what makes this so fun.
The bone full force, full blown, blood's black bone crack, knick knack, paddy whack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
So much has already been done. So much has already been said. An incredible storyteller. What's interesting too is he's got a lovely voice. If he were to sing more traditional things, you'd probably still be very engaged with what he does because of the way he moves between his resonances and slides between notes and uses diction as a way to draw you in strategically. I mean, all these are coming out very obviously, too, in his storytelling voice. It's so fun to pick those singer gems out of this type of storytelling vocal approach. Thanks so much for watching to the end. Thank you for recommending that I go down the REN rabbit hole. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Again, if you would like more help with your own singing, unlock the things that it can really do, click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more.